So it's been a busy week in sneakers. You were out at ComplexCon, and I'm seriously so excited to hear everything that went down there. I know we saw a lot of it online, but we'll get into more of that obviously here in a little bit.
Yeah, ComplexCon was pretty crazy. There's a lot of news to cover. Crocs just hired a former Yeezy employee. Little Yachty had some beef with a sneaker reviewer at ComplexCon. So there's a lot to dive into, and let's just get into this week's episode.
Yep, let's do it. Dude, that golf course you were at looked absolutely insane. That was beautiful.
It was pretty nice.
It
was pretty nice.
That photo you sent me, bro. Instantly, I was like, "Oh, that looks gorgeous, gorgeous."
Yeah, I was down in Laughlin, Nevada for a little golf tournament with my dad. So we were playing at Laughlin Golf Ranch. Very, very beautiful golf course, and it was right on the. It was actually in Phoenix, so when we crossed the bridge, it was the Colorado River, so the time zones would change, so that kind of threw everything off. But the golf course, very, very nice, top ranked in the nation, beautiful place. Didn't play my best, but I haven't played really at all leading up to it, so I didn't really have a ton of expectations, but it was a fun trip. It was a lot of fun.
Good rental car, I saw. Nice little.
I had a fun little BMW 2 Series. Yeah, that was.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thing around.
It was. I don't think I'd ever buy one just because it's a coupe, but I do like the BMW chassis. I've never driven one for an extended time, especially the new models and stuff, and I'm definitely a fan of them. They're just a little bit out of my price range right now.
That tracks. I was about to say a 2 Series is kind of small for you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
the inside was very spacious. I'm not gonna lie. Just there's no back seat. I mean, the trunk was actually pretty big. It didn't have a lot of power versus something. I mean, it had a turbo. It was like pretty light, so it felt like it had a lot of power. But I want something like a V8, like a naturally aspirated V8. That's kind of the vibe I'm going. So it's fun to try it out, get it out of the system, but hopefully we get a little fun car in the next couple of years.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then you met up with Jordan as well. That's
yes. Yep. I was planning to stay with him Saturday night. I decided I didn't want to drive up at night, so I booked another night at the hotel in Laughlin, and so I drove up to ComplexCon Sunday morning. Just hit Sunday. It was a couple hour drive up, nothing crazy, and then the event was pretty nuts. So I mean, I parked. The line was not long at all. Shout out ComplexCon for sending me a Sunday ticket. Very blessed for that. So I went will call, got my ticket, hopped in line. Line took like 5 minutes to get through, and then you're into the Las Vegas Convention Center, which was humongous, way bigger than any sneaker con conventions or anything like that. So that was really cool. I think it's going to be in Vegas for the next 10 years is kind of what I've heard. I don't know if that's exact, but it's going to be there for a while. So it's a great location. Hopefully this kind of just happens every year where I can just go Sundays. So this would be kind of perfect. Wow. But yeah, it was pretty funny. So I walked in just right by the ComplexCon sign that everyone sees. And initially it was like, all right, now what am I going to do? Because there's a bajillion booths. Like you don't really know what's going to happen. And so I immediately ran into the Sunset Sneaker guys, chatted with him for a little bit. And then we ran into DJ Sneakerhead. So chatted with him. I'm good buddies with him as well. So just chatted. And then Little Yachty was at the Concrete Boys thing. So saw him doing his deal at his booth, and from there it just kind of was walking around. I met the Artifact people, guys Zapado that we got to get on the podcast. So that was a good trip because I connected with a ton of people that I think we're going to have on the podcast that I've basically got. Yes, I would love to be on the podcast. Now it's always kind of like, I don't really like want to force anybody to be on the podcast. I don't want to be that guy. Like, you got to come on my podcast, like whatever. Like, it's more like, this is your platform. Like, just chat about what's up. Like I just want to get to know them more and just build a relationship with them basically as a friend, not as like, we're going to use you to get views and likes and everything like that. Like I never want that. So, but I think I got a pretty good response from a couple of people. I met the creator of Hidden NY, which was pretty cool.
That's dope.
So he said he was game to do a podcast, do an anonymous podcast, because that's the whole thing. So he's Mr. Admin. Like, It's kind of it's the whole mystique. You don't really know who he is, but kind of cool to hear the insight about that. They had a really, really cool booth. I actually got, let me show you them right now.
Oh, you got them?
I got them. So I didn't get them there, but he sent me a pair, kind of a cool box. He's like, I really want you to do a wear test. So I think I might have to do just kind of a casual, fun wear test about these. So pretty crazy pair. One of those pairs that I'm a big fan of because it's got kind of that mud guard on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got really simple white fabric up top with that cool ASICS logo. So I'm a big fan of these. Shout out to Hidden.
Yeah, those
Pretty
are
cool there.
My pair is apparently on the way sometime soon.
There you go.
So we'll see. I commented, I DM'd him or replied to a story at one of those shirts that was like the A6 with the dinosaur sort of skeleton around it. I was like, that tee goes so hard. He was like, thank you, bro. Did your pair arrive yet? Oh, dude, that's what I want too. I'm buying that.
The one thing that I did buy, the
how much
little aluminum dinosaur.
How much was that? Because I'm going to go for it tomorrow.
$79.
Not terrible. I didn't know it was metal, so that makes more sense.
It is metal. I thought it was bigger. That's the only downside is it's pretty small.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, it's a cool little desk piece.
That's kind of what I want it for. Just something to put in the apartment. But no, I responded to him about that t-shirt, and he was like, did your shoes get there yet? And I was like, I don't think so. No. And he was like, oh, damn, maybe I forgot to send them. I don't know. What shirt size are you? And I was like, oh, hell yeah, bro, let's go. So we'll see. We'll see what actually shows up. But there's some stuff I want to go for tomorrow. That and that rug looks really good. So
yep.
We'll see. He killed that collection.
Yeah, they definitely did. So yeah, I mean, it was good. Just Vandy the Pink rocked the new Solomons. That was pretty fun to chat with him and just pick his brain too. I think he was like, I'm game to put him on the podcast. So that was kind of my slinging that, just building relationships and stuff. Because I want to start getting more guests. Like it was just so fun talking with Giancarlo, hearing everything that I've known him for 2 years. I talk with him every single day, and a lot of the stuff he was spewing I had never heard before. So yeah, I mean it was a good event. Travis Scott concert was pretty short at the end, but it was fun to see. I mean,
I was looking at the set list and I was like, it's not as long.
No, it's probably half an hour, 45 minutes.
Which is bad, but I'm sure he's exhausted after doing ComplexCon, you know. Was it the last?
Yeah, especially when it's Cactus Con, it's his whole thing. So,
yeah.
I mean, I didn't really buy anything besides that, and then that's about it. Shout out Miles. He gave me a pair of the new AE1s. I just missed them at the event, but I got a new pair of them. So I'm waiting for Jordan to ship me those. So, yeah. Otherwise, it was a good event. It was fun being in Vegas. Definitely wiped me out, but this week's been crazy with content. We got a hat drop happening this morning. If you're listening to this right when this drops, they drop at 11 a.m. Central. So tomorrow they drop. We're recording Thursday, but last hat drop, which will be fun. It's bittersweet, but it's going out on top. It's kind of the plan. So I'm hyped for that tomorrow. And then there's just been a whole bunch of different brand stuff this week. So we've been tackling that. But yeah.
You're not planning on retroing any hats later on down the line?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. As of now, I don't think so. I mean, there's just been a lot of different things that I don't really need to get into on the podcast that personally I've been thinking a lot about it and stuff. So I think it's time to hang it up. Fair. I think it's the best one we've done. It's got the full embroider hit, and I think it's just time. So, yeah, I'm excited. If you ever wanted a Winona Kicks hat, tomorrow is the last day. And I was thinking, like, there's so much detail on it. I was making a video that I posted right before we started recording about just basically all the materials and design elements and everything that went into it. And if you look at some of the other people that are doing the same level of work, they're charging $150, $200, like $300-$400. Like and I'm not going to name names, but there's people that when you have full embroidery work, it's a few $100s. Like it's not a cheap thing. And we're making money on them, but we're not making a ton of money on them. It's more of like, I've really wanted to toss a ton of Minnesota elements into it and ties and have something that when I see people wear it, they're actually excited to wear it. And it's not like unwearable because there's so much going on with it. So
Yeah.
$60. That's what we're charging. I fully assume them to sell out very quickly. The last drop, one of the colors sold out in about 4 minutes. So if you want one, definitely be ready.
That's crazy. Well, dude, I'm excited for you. I think it's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Well, outside of that, any other cool pickups that came in while you were gone? What we got?
I had a few things. Shout out Champs. I just got these in. The Fear 4s.
Nice. What do you think about them? I thought the quality was pretty good.
The quality is really nice on them.
Yeah.
I've never been a huge fan of the colorway.
It's fair.
It's nice. It's nice. It's a good Jordan 4. I think I'm going to keep them on ice for like a few years. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to break them out. That's kind of what I've done with the Black Thunders, I believe they are.
Mhm.
I don't think I'll bust them out. I think it's a really cool pair that people are going to be wearing now. But for me, I kind of want to wait until it's like, damn, you're breaking those out. Like you're on DSing those. Like you have those from 3 years ago. Like that's super cool. So I think I'm going to keep them on ice, but it's a cool pair. I like the fade. I like the speckling on the midsole. Like materials, definitely some of the better for Jordan 4s recently. So
true.
Yeah. Shout out Champs.
Let's go. We love it. We love it.
What about you? What's new?
Dude, this week's just been crazy. I don't know even really where I left off last week, but yesterday was a blast. I was invited to Apple's first ever sort of creator workshop event in Atlanta. They invited me and my buddy Joe because I bugged them. They were like, if you know any other creators in Atlanta, let us know that like do sort of like more techie stuff. I was like, yeah, Joe, let's get Joe.
I got a guy.
Yeah. So they brought us both out, got to really just play around with the new 16 Pro cameras, how they do the 4K 120 frames, mess around with that, do the iPad where you can sort of link 5-6 different iPhone cameras all together and use it as a hub. That is such a cool feature. If I had an iPad and multiple iPhones, like that would be a game changer for filming B-roll and content. Like,
Definitely. Yeah.
Cool. Got to mess around with Logic Pro, made our own song right there and sampled different just
Oh boy.
items, like making our own song. It was pretty tight. Then messed around with the Mac Mini, the new one that's like really small. That was cool to see. Just a ton of different stuff, man. I got to meet a lot of people on the Apple team. So we'll see if it leads to anything later on down the line. But hey, it was just cool. Very different space to be in because I think
completely different.
Like majority of the people there were people who did like fashion and like lifestyle content. So mainly creators that use their phones a lot. So it was funny seeing like me there with my iPhone set up, you know, oh, I got to show you this too. Check this out. Look how slim this is. Terabyte. Just got that in. Brand.
Jeez.
Look how slim that is. It's like nothing.
That's sweet.
So it records like 150 minutes of ProRes log footage. So tested it yesterday.
That's funny.
Worked brilliantly. So gonna put a review together for that sometime next week when I can get through all this other stuff that I'll showcase in a second. But yeah, it's just it was funny. I had that and Joe just had his big FX3 stand like trying to capture shots. Everyone's like,
hey man.
Everyone's like, are you like here shooting the event? And he's like, no, I'm here just like you. It's like, bro.
It's tech creators next level.
You gotta love it. They're so extreme. But that was good. I honestly can't think of anything else that happened this week. Just knocking out, trying to finish brand deals. All the revisions are coming in at once. So it's like, okay.
Yep.
You iron everything out, send it out, think you're done. And then a week later, they're like, okay, and probably reshoot this, tweak this a little bit, and just every little critique in the book. So now I'm just trying to knock everything else out. But some fun stuff also came in. Shout out to Jordan at New Balance. Sent over the Amina 740s. These are
Those are sick.
heavier than I thought they were going to
Really?
be. Like, it's a pretty substantial shoe. And the first thing I thought when I saw these was Charlie. I was like, Charlie's in his colorful sneaker era. He would slap in these.
I don't think I would buy them, but I would probably wear them.
Right.
Like it's one of those that I don't think I would buy because I don't know when I would wear them, but if I had them, I would definitely wear them.
That's the
It's a
thing.
cool pair.
It is going to be difficult for me to wear because they are 100% Florida Gator colors, and I'm in Jordan, and that is a rivalry. So it's like
True.
the amount of DMs I got when I posted these on my story that it was like, oh, Florida Gator colors. I was like, you're right. So I got to figure out sort of a creative way to really rock them. But super cool details. The box is insane. It's literally like a MacBook Pro. Open it up.
That's cool.
The keyboard on the bottom, Mac screen on the top of the lid. Like they just popped off. These super excited about these. Came in for a brand deal I'm doing, but the New Balance 993 Chive Teddy Santis. Oh my God. First pair of 993s, pretty comfy. This color is just me to the bone. If I designed it, it would look like this. Obsessed. I think they're so cool. These came in right before we started recording. A new pair of Dawn Issue 6s. I think it's the Panama colorway. Another sample pair.
Oof.
And I'm like, okay. I don't know who sent them, if it was the Pitch Blend team or Miles or what. So I don't know who to thank. Sorry for that, but gonna put a review together sometime soon. I just hit that table so hard. Dude, in these craziest sneaker I think I've gotten in as far as the price point goes. This dude followed me a while ago. His name is Harden. He is the footwear lead, maybe footwear designer at Amiri. So he sent me these very random big boy. They're like $600 something, and I'm like, this is the crazy. And they're slightly too big, so I'm like, cool, awesome. But yeah, he used to
not necessarily my style.
I know there's a few other sneakers that they have on their website that I feel like are more my style because they're a little more low profile. But dude, quality leather. This little this is softer than the outsole, so it's like dual density foams. They're all right. I'm kind of excited to put a review together for them because it's different. So we'll see. But shout out to Fardon. He used to be at Versace, and he also used to be at New Balance, and now he's footwear designer at Amiri. So very random. Very random. He DM'd me I was looking through my messages. He DM'd me back in March asking if I wanted to check out a pair. Said, yeah, sure. Sent him all my info. Never heard anything.
Finally got him.
Then yesterday or the day before, I was like, oh, I forgot about these. So could be cool. Could be cool. Other than that, I'm just right now teetering about to buy an FX3, talking to Joe and just trying to figure out exactly everything I need. And I'm like right on the edge about to dive head first. And I'm like, because it's the money, dude. Oh, it's going to stress me out, but it's going to be so worth it. So
you're at a point where the income should make you not even worry about it.
I know, but it still stresses me out.
No, it's just pull it. You'll be like, why didn't I do this 3 years ago?
Yep. So hopefully I'm giving myself probably end of next week. We'll see.
Just get it Black Friday.
Yeah. Would they run deals on that? Maybe.
You're probably best case scenario. Just get one with B&H discount with Joe.
Yeah. He sent me everything for that as far as pricing goes, and it wasn't terrible. That with the lens we were talking about. It's not.
What lens?
Is it the 2570 G Master
Do you
2?
want to buy my 2470?
Maybe it's possible.
I never use it.
Really? Well, see, that's
Nope.
I'm like, I don't know, because it's not. I mean, like you've been in my office studio. It's not like I have that much room to really work with, so I don't know if I want something that has a little bit of a tighter shot or a little bit of a wider, but not super wide. Because I feel like if it's too wide, it's gonna look weird. But I don't know. That's the main thing that's sort of like holding me up right now, just because I want to do a little more research and sort of see what makes the most.
Hmm.
Because I don't want to get it and be like, cool.
I have 10 millimeter that I just got, 16 to 35 G Master 2,
Mm-hmm.
24 to 70 G Master 1, 35 millimeter 1.4, and then the 70 to 200 macro.
See, I feel like the 16 to 35. Because right now I have what is this?
16 to 35s are, I would highly recommend you getting G Master 2.
Uh-huh.
And it's like $2,300, which kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Because right now, I mean, the one I've been using is like 16 to 50, and it's just the stock lens. So I'm used to.
I would say get a 16 to 35.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna look that up
Yeah,
right
you can do whatever.
so I have it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If you want to dive into some of this good fun,
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. So,
let's do it.
first of all, this pair, when this drops, I need this. Super, super sick. I'm a big fan of it. The new Harden Volume 9,
Those are crazy, dude.
specifically in the glow blue colorway.
Yeah. Dude, this model is so fascinating to me because it doesn't even come out until beginning mid next year, and we've already seen 3, maybe 4 different colorways. So that's like kind of interesting to me. But this one's cool, that like pearlescent sort of effect on the overlays. And I didn't realize
Mm-hmm.
it was more of a mesh in between the 3 stripes. So that's so good for breathability.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Here's another color of them, the Year of the Snake.
Yo, those are tough. Those are kind of tough.
Yeah, they're not. I don't like them as much as
Yeah.
this blue, personally.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think
These are just so crispy looking.
they really are. The snake skin's throwing me off. If it wasn't snake skin, I feel like the others would be really cool. But is that a casual shoe for you? Is that how you would sort of?
I would rock these. Yeah, I would rock them on and off the court. I think these would look really good with sweats.
Because it's very AE1 design language. It's not like
It's
completely
very similar. Yeah.
different. Just with the shape of the upper and sort of the overlays, I think you could definitely pull it off.
It's a little more hoop styled versus being more casual, but you could definitely pull it off the court.
Kind of like the midsole, how it goes up a little bit more and wraps around the shoe. I could definitely see that. But I'll try them. I'll try them. Why not? I think it's cool.
I'm a big fan of them. So yeah, I definitely want to get a pair of these
Rocking.
blues. These are super sick. Coming out in 2025.
It's crazy. Which is just around the corner now, which kind of insane to think about.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Flashback ComplexCon a little bit here. They announced their Zellerfeld collaboration Nike did of their Air Max 1000. I got to see these in hand. Really cool booth. They had a layout of all the Air Max bubbles, bunch of prototypes, the originals, some prototypes of the Air Max 1000. They were cool.
Yeah,
They were cool. I didn't end up winning them. You had to do a slot machine to win them.
makes sense.
But yeah, they were cool. I didn't get to try them on, so I don't know how practical they are.
That's what stinks. Yeah, I was watching Elliot's vlog because he did, I think, around 2 videos of it, sort of meeting up with the Zellerfeld guy, checking them out behind the scene, and then wearing them like to the gym. And
yeah, I saw that.
They look fairly practical. The only thing I feel like would be weird is the air bubble, because in my head you would definitely feel that, and not even like the air bubble, like as far as it compressing, but like just the shape of it. You know what I mean? Like you would just kind of know it's there. So I don't know. maybe that would throw me off. But
You got to get sizing right too. You have to get your right size because there's no lacing, there's no tightening system, and that's kind of what I've seen with 3D printed shoes that I've reviewed. Is you have to get the sizing correct.
that's true. Do you know what the retail was for these? I haven't seen.
No, there wasn't. As far as I saw, there wasn't a retail price unless it says in here. You either got to take the shoes home with you, or you want a pre-order of them to your Nike account. So that was kind of the two ways to get them. So the pre-order is a couple months from now. You're going to be able to get them.
Okay. So we'll know in a few months, but still really
Yeah,
cool
they're cool.
technology. I'm excited to see sort of the
Yeah.
rollout. Very
Another big talking point, Lil Yachty. He came out with his Concrete Boys Air Force Ones. If you don't know about any of the drama, Bima Williams, who's a sneaker content creator like us, he does reviews, he does talking about collabs and kind of dissecting different marketing campaigns. He basically voiced his opinions on these, and during the Sneaker of the Year panel, Lil Yachty called him out and just said he was dick riding. Like, he's not, like, that's the exact words. I'm not like, I'm quoting him. Like, it was kind of vulgar. It was mean. It was not cool. And I think everyone agreed with my stance on that. Like, Bima was in the right. I mean, you got to be able to take some criticism. Otherwise, it's not. I mean, the shoes are boring. I saw them in person. Besides the little embroidery on the back, like, they're boring. Materials are good and stuff like that, but they're really boring. But they ended up making up. They did an Instagram live together. It's good. I talked to Bima end of day 2, so before they made up, and he was just like, yeah, it wasn't very cool of him to do that. And he was kind of thinking about everything. So
yeah, that makes sense. And I felt bad. I DM'd Bima because I've been talking to him about getting him on the podcast. So of course, I hit him up that I think Sunday morning, because everything happened on like Saturday, right?
Yep, the panel.
I was chronically not online this past weekend. So I just shoot him a DM. I'm like, yo, just wanted to check in, see how ComplexCon was going. Was wondering if you like were free to hop on maybe this week. I know we've talked about it a little bit in the past. Maybe we can have you on. He was like, there's a lot going on right now, man. A lot to think about. So I'll get back to you on that, maybe. I was like, oh, you're good. And then scrolled on Instagram a little bit, and every post I saw was about Bima and Lil Yachty, and I DM'd it back, and I was like, bro, I did not want to seem like I was trying to clout chase you to get you on the podcast. I had no idea. He's like, bro, you're good. So I don't know if he believes me on that, but I had no idea, and I felt bad. So
there you go. Yeah. So I mean, they made up, but shoes are kind of boring. I don't know.
They are, dude. Like, and there's no way he's unaware of that. It's like, how are you going to clap back?
That's his style. Is he's going for those classic early 2000s Air Forces that are really collectible, that's kind of what he wanted to do.
And that's cool. I respect it, but the sneakers are boring. Fine. I don't think any of the other collectible Air Force Ones are not boring either. Like, it's never something I would get. It's just not made for me. It's made for someone else, and that's okay. It's okay.
There you go.
Okay to dog it.
Exactly.
Oh, that was insane, man.
New Cortez Nike Air Trainer.
I need like a poop sound, like poopy.
You don't like these?
Something like that. No, these are ugly, bro.
I think they're kind of cool.
Don't come at me, Cortez.
I think they're I think this is the best shoe that they've done.
I liked the Air Max 95s. It's just not like a shoe I would wear, but
yeah, I like these Hirachis. I think it's an all tan upper. It's got a cool kind of fluorescent green under pattern on the tongue. It's got a little gum on the outsole. Simple. Simple branding. Simple. I think it's these are cool.
Yeah, I've just never really been
a big fan of the Nike stitching on the tongue.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
The toe box, the back hit, the strap. I like these a lot.
Oh, I like their logo on the strap, though. That does look really good.
Yeah, the little dog tag. You get the camo on the insole.
Yeah, I mean, as a whole, not really for me. It's cool.
210's crazy though. I don't like the 210 retail. That's ridiculous.
Drop tomorrow too, soon.
So, yeah, watch on the YouTube if you want to see what these look like.
Please.
Steven Smith going to Crocs.
Crazy. This one had
Yeah.
me. If you don't know who Steven Smith is, he's responsible for designing the Yeezy 700, a ton of models for New Balance, Reebok. Like his Rolodex of creativity in the sneaker world is just unmatched. Some call him the godfather of sneakers. Also did like the New Balance 574, one of their most classic silhouettes, like just crazy. But I believe he was responsible for the foam runner as well. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it would kind of make sense. I know he was like,
I don't know if he was responsible for the foam runner.
Yeah. That I'm curious about.
The Yeezy 700 Wave Runner is kind of his baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did the foam runner.
I don't either. I just know he's done a lot at Yeezy. I know he did like the 450s. I don't know what they're called. The ones that have like the claws on the side, like some other stuff as well. But I also forgot when you scrolled down, I remembered like Crocs owns Hey Dudes. So I also a possibility that he does some stuff with them. But if there's anyone to bring on to the team to make like just boost creativity as a whole, Steven Smith. So really excited to see what he does with the brand.
He's worked with Adidas, Nike, Reebok, New Balance, Fila, Keen. He's known for designing the New Balance. Okay, so this is, I gotta look at this. He can't. It says that, so Google AI, I don't really trust this, but New Balance 997, the Spirit on Cage 2, and the New Balance 550.
Yep.
2017 came out the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner. Now the head of innovation at Croc.
Crazy. I always forget he did the 550s. That's crazy.
Yeah, I actually met him at SneakerCon New York like 2 months ago. I got a pair of Yeezy 700s signed, so I got to put them on display now.
That's too cool, man.
Yeah, it's he's a very nice guy. We did a stream with him on Whatnot. He's full of ideas, and shot him a DM, and he just said, I'm very excited to bring, basically, let me see exactly what he said. I think he said, I'm excited to bring resell back to Crocs or something of that nature. Let me look.
That's a very...
Congratulations on the new gig with Crocs. He said, should be entertaining. He said, we'll make them have resell. There you go.
That's
He's got his goals.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what he cooks up.
Damn.
Speaking about Crocs, I don't have this on the list, but I met Salehi. Pretty funny interaction with him.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That is funny.
Yeah. So I was like, I went up to him. I was like, yo, like, big fan of what you do. Like, I was like, we talk about it on the pod, or we do a podcast and we talk about it, how it's very interesting how you work with multiple companies and do multiple different things at the same time, coming out with multiple different things. I was just like, I'm like, big fan of your work. Like, and you know what he said to me? He said, you look like that guy from Nelk. And I was like, Steiny? He's like, yep. I was like, sick. That's definitely not what I wanted to hear, but all right. I was like, all right, can we take a picture? He's like, I'm going to charge you for it. I'm like, no, you're not. And then his buddy took a picture, and that was that.
That's so funny. I love
it. Not the interaction I was thinking of, but we'll take it. He was rocking the camo junipers.
I saw that. Those look pretty cool. Respect.
They're not bad. They're not bad. I'm just not once I got the junipers in, I just got ruined for me. But yeah, it was cool to see him there.
Valid. I'm gonna check the door real quick because a package just arrived and I want to unbox it.
Okay.
But
sounds good. Next one on the list. I got these Ava Vaz, I think is how you say it. The Adidas Superstar Super Finger Pack, the better scarlet colorway. So this is a crazy one. I just saw Nice Kicks. It's an Adidas Superstar, shell toe, red, tan, nothing crazy there. But then they put a strap on them that puts toes on the front of the shoe, which doesn't make any sense at all. And this is just a crazy concept. I actually got an email notification today that was like, these are available. So
I got
I
that.
think retail like $250, but that's the only reason I'm not going to get them. But they're pretty wild looking.
Yeah, those are insane. They're how much again? They're like expensive, right?
$250. Yep, that's the only reason I didn't buy them. So
Why not?
yeah, a little intermission there. Seth, what are you unboxing?
Something that is half a size too small.
Do you know what this is before you got it?
I hit on them. Yep. New minted New York Saucony.
Oh, there you go.
New running and gym shoe.
Fun.
Yeah, the size 9.5 sold out instantly. But the
Sheesh.
nine was able to work with. Definitely gonna replace with the white laces. But I've been watching their YouTube channel a lot recently, and their video style storytelling is amazing.
They got some good people over there.
They do, and unfortunately, I missed out on the first pair that you have. I still really want it, and I feel like that is possibly going to be up there on my sneaker of the year list because I think they're just so cool. These might fit. We'll see. I want them to. I want to make them work.
You got to make it work. They're running shoes, so you got to make sure you get the sizing right too.
Exactly. It's like, because I can wear a 9.5. The side feels a little tight, so we're gonna see. We'll see. But excited to check those out. Cool.
Exciting. Next up on the list, some more AE1s. We got the AE1 Low Year of the Snake. So this is the first time we're kind of seeing some different materials on the upper, which I'm excited to see.
These look better in these photos than they did in the renderings. Because I know when we saw the renderings, you and me were both kind of like,
bad.
huh? Like, this just doesn't make sense. But that sort of pearlized effect with the snake skin.
Yep.
It's pretty tough, dude. I don't know if it's my style, but I think they're pretty tough.
I like the iridescent side panels. The snakeskin is just stitching, but they make it look really, really good. They make it look like it's a print, but it's not. It's just different stitching lines, which is pretty cool. So they did a good job there. A little pink kit on the outsole, translucent outsole. Yeah, these are cool.
Why not, right? I think they're tight.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of one that hits me. Kobe 6 Grinch is officially coming out as a cleat.
Woohoo! Yay!
Yeah, so custom cleats, it sounds like you're going out of business.
Yeah, that's tough. That alone is tough, but
they'll be fine because there's so many other models that don't have cleats, but I know the Kobe 6 was a big one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But also, yeah, your dogs are going at it back there. I love that.
They're a little sideshow for everyone watching on YouTube.
Yeah, why not? I've been watching it. So
there you go. Yeah, but these cleats, yeah, I mean, I got mine sitting in the corner, the reverse Grinches with the custom cleats, but they look good. I mean, anyone that wants like a soccer cleat or a football cleat or any kind of cleat, here you go.
Sick.
They look good as a cleat.
I dig it.
This one just popped up on Nice Kicks. Very interesting. These are the Sea Glass series from Nike. I don't know if you've seen these at all, but very interesting looking. They have like exoskeletons on them.
Does it have are they like bolted down? Is that what that is in the front?
So it appears to be, yes.
Or like switch it out with something else, maybe.
And there is multiple shoe models. This is the Air Force, and then there's also a Dunk Low.
I don't like the way that looks on the toe box.
Looks a little odd. Yeah. I mean, it's
Oh, that's may have to bleep this one out.
Yeah, it looks like a undisclosed substance.
That's gross.
And then the Nike Cortez.
That one I don't mind. A little
I don't like this one. This one looks like a little swimmer.
it does it's a little more see, why not do it on the inside? It's just
Yeah, I don't. The Cortez is probably the worst one. I like the Air Force most,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
pretty interesting concept.
It's cool. Curious.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're into it. Me.
Exactly. A
Cool.
couple left here. Tom Sachs back at it again. Mars Yard 3.0s he was spotted in. I saw these shortly went up for sale on Depop. I went on Depop. I looked for them. I couldn't find them. They went on sale for $5,000 as a sample. So I don't know if somebody bought them or not, but they were for sale at some point in time. All black. Nothing crazy at all. I was reading the comments on the Nice Kicks and Complex posts, and it was like everyone was saying these look like $30 Walmart shoes.
They do, but I don't know. Like, I don't mind these. I wonder if they're because is there any Nike branding at all? I'm assuming this is like sort of what they do with cars, right? Where you wrap it and you can't see the details, and this is sort of just like bare bones of the model, maybe.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Like not even on the tongue heel. Like I don't think you could really see the insole, so maybe that's what they did here. But I mean, this,
Insole's just a cork insole.
yeah,
It
I don't
says
think,
property of Nike sample tag on the inside, but that's it.
yeah, that's not bad.
And then this article says that the listing was taken down as well. So
Makes sense. Yeah, if they do some different colorways, I think the model itself doesn't look bad. Um, I
it's
don't
very
know.
simple. It's very
Yeah,
Tom Sachs.
we gotta wait to see some more photos, maybe with the.
Mhm.
Personally, I don't like it without the Nike swoosh, but that's just me.
It's pretty boring. I don't know. I'm very over Tom Sachs. I don't know.
A lot of people are.
Yeah,
Um,
that's just me.
yeah,
Second to last here, Fortnite in the news again. Pretty interesting, cool one here. Jordan Nike collaborated with Fortnite where you can get the shoes in the game now, which is pretty cool.
are those the Wahlburgers? What?
The Manilas, the Manila fours. So the shoes that you can buy, I think they're between 800 and 1,000 V-bucks to get these shoes, and I think you can put them on your character, which is pretty steep. I mean, that's like
I was
I
about.
remember Fortnite, unless inflation hit Fortnite, like $1,000 would get you like the best skin in the item shop. So it must not be the case anymore. But uh Nike Cortez Force Gumps, we got the Galaxy Foam Posits, we got some Shocks, we got some Shark Slides. I'm sure those are going to be pretty popular.
Yeah.
Um, we got the Palomino threes, Black Cement threes, Bread 11s, the Manila fours, which I'm definitely going to grab those if I play Fortnite again. I heard they're coming back with the original chapter again. So maybe when that happens, I'll hop on.
That's cool. Dude, why do I
Buy
love
that.
Crocs? Like, I feel like that's just a fun, ironic shoe to wear in
Which
Fortnite.
one?
The Shocks, dude. They're
It
kind of.
is very like, yeah, like what in the world? Looks like we got Black Toes coming as well.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, yeah, that's
I
what
think the
someone made a video.
Galaxy Composites, the Manilas, and the Sharks are probably going to be the most popular, in my opinion.
Oh, hands down. But I think Elliot made a video about this too. So the reimagined Black Toes were supposed to come out like this month or something like that. And then they pushed it
Yep.
to 2025. And he was
Mm-hmm.
speculating that they pushed it just to give it to Fortnite first to build hype. And then when they release, people will be like, it's the Fortnite shoe. I have to buy it just to like build hype. And I'm like,
I could get that.
it kind of makes sense, but I'm like, really? But
It's
you
a
know,
stretch.
I I respect it. It's a marketing strategy for sure. But I think
Yeah. So sounds like this is the first drop. I think they're going to do a bunch. I mean, it's a crazy amount of shoes. What's one shoe that you'd want to see in the game?
Oh,
That's Nike or Jordan.
dude, that's tough. I feel like the mags would be really cool if they haven't done that already, you know?
That'd be sick. That would be really cool.
Like some just
It'd be cool if it
obscure.
was the mags, and then you could get the hoverboard as well, like a
Yeah,
full back to the future fit.
dude, having like red Octobers. I don't think
That
they
would be
ever do
that'd
that.
be crazy.
You know what I mean? Like the grails would be
Yeah,
dope. Maybe some like
I think it'd be cool to see like I don't know why this came to my mind, but the '85 Jordan 1 Chicago's, and then every time you stomp around, it's like dirt falling off the shoe. Like they're all distressed looking. Maybe they're like falling apart, but they're '85 Chicago's would be pretty cool.
dude, I would rock like the Martine Rose shocks that are like really long. Those would be kind of funny.
Some of the crazy stuff.
Yeah, like the obscure Nike shoes that no normal person would wear.
Mm-hmm.
So is this is kind of like an NFT.
Essentially, yeah.
It's just a digital product that you're paying for, and it's just Nike.
There's no value that you can get out of it, though.
Yeah, that's
like you can't use this as a token to do something else with, like the artifact shoes.
yeah.
It'd be cool if you bought them in game for equivalent amount. Like, let's say instead of buying them for 180 retail, you could buy them for 120 in the game, have them in the game, and then you have to wait 6 months, and then you can get them in person.
I would like that.
So you can get a discount. You can get them in the game. And I don't know how this works logistically with them, but like when instead of Nike, because we're at the point where stuff goes on sale, like black toes, those are going to go on sale. I already know it. 180 retail, 220, whatever, too high. So you can buy them drop day for 180, 200, or you can buy them drop day for 30% off and you get them in game, but you have to wait 6 months. So it's like basically pre-ordering the sale price, if that makes sense.
I think it's a good idea. It could be interesting.
I may be really stupid when it comes down to the numbers, but it sounds cool in my head.
Yeah, it sounds great. Sounds good on paper.
All right, last one here. Your guy, Jerry Lorenzo.
Jerry.
Got some official images of the high tops, which I have not seen at all, and then the mid tops. Did you see the high tops at the event?
I did. There was like I think 1 or 2 people got the high tops in their goodie bag.
Okay.
They look pretty good. Like in person, I was able to hold them, and I was like, "Oh, these aren't bad. Like, they're chill." But in my head, like I saw the highs, and I was like, "I really hope I got the lows," because you know,
I know you're a low guy.
Yeah, like the high, I just don't think it's. Maybe it's fine, but like it just doesn't seem as wearable as a casual shoe. The lows, I mean, just easier. But
one of the big criticisms that the original set of basketball shoes got was how heavy they were. When you felt these in hand, were they lighter or more heavy, or the same as the last ones?
Super light. Compared.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, like I wonder. Like obviously they're a little bit heavier than the Don 6s. Like these are super light. They're definitely heavier, but I don't think it's anything near like these. There's a substantial difference. So I don't know. Like I'm curious. So now that they've like actually released photos, I wonder if that means I can finally do a review. Because they were like, you gotta wait till they didn't actually even tell me when. They're like, you just gotta wait till, gets closer to release date. So I'm like,
you could probably pop a review out.
Yeah. I'll probably record it this next week, but now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many other things to do. So it'll get the back burner.
You should do bulk reviews.
I've thought about it. I mean, like I kind of did one today because Stray sent me over like 5 shoes. I'm actually curious how that did. I haven't checked it. I know it's not going to get like crazy views. I mean, it's like 24K, which is pretty solid, but that one I brought them all in and just live unboxed them. Zero idea what was in it aside from the ones I had on my feet. And it was fun. But
there you go.
The companies, the businesses, the brands like to see the more polished shit. So it just depends on the shoe at the end of the day.
I feel that.
We'll see. But yeah,
Well, sweet.
that's pretty much it today, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
Thanks for listening.
Next week, did they release the Complex's list yet? I haven't seen it.
I'm sure we can get it.
You want to do that next week? Sort of dive into it a little bit? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to Bima next week or here in the next few days and see if he wants to hop on next week too. So we'll see.
I say we shoot for a guest next week.
Yeah.
26.
I like that.
27th is too close to Thanksgiving. I say 26. We try to book somebody today for that.
What day even is that? I'll probably have to record the pod.
Because otherwise we're getting too far into the holidays where people are going to be busy.
Okay. Cool. I'll shoot him a DM and see.
Okay.
But boom, that's it for today's episode. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Love you. If you enjoyed watching the dogs fight in the back, you're one of the lucky ones who watched on YouTube.
There you go. There's my whole day.
Yeah, dude, they're still going at it. I love it, bro. Kirk just fully on the chair like, I am king of the castle. Yeah, if you don't mind, subscribe, like, share, do the whole thing. But we appreciate you, and we will catch you next week. Peace out.
Peace.